All right, so Alchemy, quick ways to make money real quick. If you have, so you'll see that I am completely capped and I have extra 23 points, so I'm completely maxed. The first thing to do is you should max out this area here. This is where I make all my money pretty much from Alchemy, period. So obviously try to keep this simple. Okay, so one of the cooldowns you can do is this, which you can do you pretty much once a day. You'll see here, since I'm maxed out, it's pretty easy. So if I go through and do a class 2, it's going to put me over here. What you want to do is you want to do a 1 experimentation, and it should be in this range right here. Now, if it's in this range, it will proc a rank 3 flask or potion. Okay, these right here, 7 gold each, so 70 gold. Most of the potions sell for 150. If you proc a flask, it's like 700. So you do this once a day. So you're making between 50 and 700 gold a day just off this one thing. Okay. The other one that you have is if you go in through, I have mine maxed out as I showed before. So you get 1 a day usage of this. Okay. This one is the one that has the best return on investment. So you use your gleaming, you use that, and it procs sometimes all rank 3 ingredients, and you can make a K off that, and that's once a day. If you get to rank 3, if you get to rank 1, you just make a little bit of money. It's still making money. That's and so the other. So if you're going to use your concentration, the best way that I have found to use concentration is making rank 3 flasks. Okay. So what I do is I go through and I look on the market. So right now I'm using an add-on, okay, which is, I'll show it real quick, which is Auctionator right here, okay. So when I go to my auction house mount, okay, all I have to do is adjust my filters. So we want current expansion only, okay, and then I'm going to go to herbalism, and then I'm going to search, okay, and then I have all the herb prices, okay, and then the other thing I can do, and then it'll update automatically into my logs. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to consumables, and I'm going to look up flasks, same thing, search, and then I have all the prices. Usually you want to make the most expensive one here that also gives you the most the least amount of cost for ingredients. Okay. All right, so then, okay, we're still talking about concentration usefulness. Okay, so then we're going to go down here. Okay, we saw the Alchemy's Chaos is the most expensive one, right? But if you notice here, okay, all of these, see, this says cost to craft, 600, 700, 700, 500. So tempered versatility is cheaper to make, but it's about the same price, but it's way less selling for gold because this one's used by DPS. Okay, so you'll see here, I make no profit on making this item because what's happening is I'm making a rank 2. Now, if I add concentration, it becomes a rank 3 flask, and then and you'll see I'm using all rank 2 ingredients. Okay, so it's showing me that when I make this, because I'm making 2, I'm going to make a 800 gold profit for this concentration. Okay, so now if I do, so I, and this is, basically it's only costing me 165 concentration. Okay, and so basically I can do this, probably 4 times a week. So each time I do this, I'm making 800 gold. So I can make 800 gold basically every 3 days, 2 to 3 days there. And that's the best way to use your concentration that I have found. Now, I'm using them to make cauldrons, so I haven't been making the money off of this, but the other way that you can use it for concentration, which I found that is profitable, but not as good, is if you use the thaumaturgy, can't pronounce it, and then you use the top ingredients. But I will say the flask, if you have the points in it, is the highest return for your concentration. Okay. Obviously, we've all seen one thing that you can make money off of. Also, is if you look at your patron orders, sometimes you can make money off of these also, depending on what the rewards are. So, see, you'll see this one. It's 1,700 for this. Okay, and it's only going to require 187 concentration plus the mats. So once again, every time I use that kind of concentration, I have a 700 gold profit on flasks. So this is costing me 700, 1400. So yes, I'm going to make 300 more gold doing this avenue, also with 50 off here. So this would be a profitable thing for me to do and use my concentration on. Don't mind my math, maybe a little extra. If you want to play it straightforward, don't worry about playing the games with this and just focus. But I mean, even these sell for 117, but you'll see once again, the cost is not worth it. It costs 547, so it's not worth it. Okay. Another thing is if you have enough points and you're sitting on a bunch of these artisans things, you can buy a package thing from but you can use these, and if you have a bunch you're sitting on, you can turn them by a bag of regents, which would be all rank like 15 of each herb, rank 3, and you can sell that. But it depends if you have a lot of those left over. I've maxed out all of my equipment, so it's kind of extra now, but that's a different story. So bread and butter. This is where I make all of my money. Okay. So all the simple stuff is done. Okay. You can see that my bags are full of stuff because what I'm doing is I'm using this right here. All right. So this is what I do. I get on my auction house and I find the cheapest regent. Okay. So the first thing I do is I go into current expansions only. I go to leather. Okay. This is my same routine I always go through. So they try to like bum the prices. You can't believe that. So right now it's 576. Okay. And then I go to the next one. 576 is still the lowest. And I just go through and okay, so we're still at 576 is the lowest. So next I'm going to go to metals. Okay. And check these. So 576. All right. Still the lowest. Okay. Oh, let's check this one. Nope. Okay. And then we're going to go to herb. So we got 576. So right here we have right here it's only a little bit. So right now, as we're looking at all of them, the cheapest is going to be leather. Okay. So once again, we got the 576. Oh, where is it? Was it this one or this one? Yeah. So it's still going to be the lowest. Look like somebody else bought it out. See what I mean? Because that's what they're doing. They're doing the same exact thing I am. So what you do is you buy the cheapest one and then you buy a chunk of it. So what I do is I buy like between 50 and 100K of that one item that's the cheapest. And then what I do is, I go through and I recommend using the bountiful seasons. Okay, that gives you 106 of the resourcefulness. It's only 40 gold. The higher version is more expensive, but if you proc once on saved regents, you get that money back, so it's always worth it. So I always make sure that I have this running when I'm doing it. Okay, and so the other thing you're going to do is basically you're going to go down here and you're going to go down to whatever thing you bought. So as you see, I've done this quite a bit. So I would go down to leather and I would just run it. And then I alt tab, do other stuff around the house, come back, and then what I'll do is I'll come back and then I'll go like this and I'll hit clean up my bags. And then I'll click on it again. And then I'll just continue doing it till I go through all of it. Okay. Once that's completed, okay, and I've gone through all of this thing, okay, then I look at the other ingredients. So like say this ingredient, okay, so right now leather is selling for 6, okay, and this is a result from doing it. So if you look at this, it's 638. So it's a 38 silver difference. So what I'm going to do is, since it's not at that like 6 gold mark, I'm going to sell all of those on the auction house. So I will sell those because they're a profit on it. Now, if it was like 20 silver difference, I'd process those too. But since this is a larger difference, and sometimes it's more. So like if you go down to this one right here, this one's a 2 gold profit, right? So because we got it at 6 and we got 2 gold profit per item on there. So that's also a profit, okay? Also, this one sells for 16. So I'm taking that 6 gold, and this is where you make money on it, is it turns it into this 16, okay? Now, then after we're all through doing that, okay, I usually try to use this as much as possible, but after that, then we go through, we have a whole, I've already done this recently. You have a bulk of all these transmutagens. So what you're going to do next is you're going to process all of those transmutagens, okay? And then you're going to go through, and then with your transmutagens, you're going to get your gems, which are 114. So you're going to process all of those, okay? And you just have all these regents, and you get all these gems, you have all this stuff. And the thing is it seems a little overwhelming, but it's really simple. So what you're going to do is okay, so let's just say I finished processing. So I'm going to go back up my auction house mount. Now, keep in mind, I know that I bought my regent for 6 gold. So I'm going to go on here and go to sell. Okay, and I'm going to, like right here, this one sells for 16. Just don't get tricked out and sell it for 11. So you're going to go to 16. I'm going to go 60, 76. I'm going to put max quantity, sold. Okay, max quantity, done. Simple stuff. So I go to this one, 650. All right, then I got 6 gold, so I'm making a profit. I'm selling that. Okay, right here, 6 is the cheapest. I don't want to sell that. Gems, post them up. I always do mine for 12 hours because some people undercut you sometimes. I just put up the gems. Okay. All right, so then we're gonna go to like this one right here. Once again, to go profit. Hell yeah, let's get it. This one right here. You get, once again, you see this cut. You gotta be careful with it. Somebody's trying to undercut. So we're gonna go up here, choose this one. We're gonna post. Everything sells eventually. Right here, max, another good profit. Now these are just off the leather. Only the leather at 6 gold. All of this stuff that you can see the big price difference in the regents. Okay. So right here, 44K just for the stack. Now I'll tell you, this one there's a lot of competition on, and so I usually only post like 300 at a time. But if it's late at night, I'll post the whole thing. So we look at this one. This is actually, I usually process this one because it's usually cheaper, but with the price difference, I'm posting it. Right here, super cheap. Oh my gosh. Nope, not selling that. Once again, profit. Okay, here. Great, profit. Great. All right, so that's it. That's all of Alchemy's making money tricks. Now, I mean, there are little things you can add to that, but that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I would recommend doing leveling your. If you're new to it, 100% do this first, and then work into potions and flasks. And this doesn't really even matter at all, honestly, unless you're trying to make a good profit off of flasks. But you can't. The market is so saturated, it's just not worth it because everybody's doing the concentration trick. So basically, there's no way to really make a profit because everybody who has alchemy is doing that trick. So I'd level this up because you can just process regents while you're doing other stuff. I've done the math over and over and over again. It may seem the biggest thing is don't buy stuff to process and then wait 3 days to process it. You have to do it in the same day because the prices in the market fluctuate. So your profit is good that day. But if you wait too many days and you sit on it and the market goes down, then you're going to lose money because you bought it. Also, buying a large amount can be dangerous. Buy just buy like 5K, 8K, 10K of one of it, process 10 stacks, and then sell and liquidate. It takes time if you do it this way, but yeah. That's the alchemy tricks. Have any questions, let me know. Bye!